Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Marble Mountain with Skib and $2. Hello my friend, I'm back in your city.
Hello. Yes. I feel really bad to give you such a big task. Like, this is something that people have been asking for such a long time. And then I was like, you know what, I might just get Skip to do that. So, yeah, man, thanks for doing it.
You know what? Yeah, it was a good one, to be honest. At the beginning it was like, it's very strange because I have to make it like almost vanilla.
Yeah.
But then something happened to me, at least. I had a very good mood and I was like in the best, I think, time and moment for me to do this kind of build. No matter if it's vanilla or from workshop with assets or whatever, it was a perfect moment for me to do stuff like this. And it's kind of the first time I'm doing this. I never did this in any of my cities, so I was like a virgin.
Yes.
Like a virgin.
No singing, Skip, because I'll get demonetized even with the smallest amount of your. I'm sure you'll be like pitch perfect, and it'll be. I will just be demonetized just because. YouTube just picked up on your beautiful singing. So none of that, thank you very much. Otherwise I'll start singing when we do a Little France episode.
Oh no. Okay.
You know what? Because I've actually built one of these before in like a series I did ages ago. I think it might have been like 2 years, maybe 3 years ago. My Down Under series, I built one of these, and I'm still a little bit, maybe I don't know. I feel like I'm not ready. I'm still not ready. Maybe in like another 2 years' time I'll build an ore mine. But I'm really happy that you did it, man. So thank you for this. If anyone's wondering what the hell is going on and why Skib is here because we are swapping save games. I'm going to be, I've already built in Little France. So if you want to check out my build, it's a European build in the theme of French architecture, if you could call it that, because I pretty much just try to build anything in a sort of French style. But that's what's going on. So you should go and check out Skib's channel and see the build that I got up to. Skib, you're doing a pretty good job, man. A lot of dirt roads, no buildings as of yet. Tell me, like, what's going on?
Not yet. So I had a look on different pictures or even Google Map, and I found some interesting quarries and ore mines, and I saw that most of them have these kind of roads because, you know, trucks and everything has to go from a place to another, and they just dig little by little, and I was like, hey, okay, I can do the roads, I can. And I started with the roads first. Later I will add a few more different things like rocks and buildings. And even 2 mines, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think there are 2 mines. And all vanilla.
Man, I tell you what, I actually haven't really played. I mean, I was the guy who did the tutorials for Paradox Interactive when they released the Industries DLC. And I was still looking at, when I looked at the mine that you created. And I was like, what the hell? Like, what asset is that? Like, why is there it's like a full-on digging in ground thing. I had to click on the actual asset because I thought you might have made some sort of custom mine, but man, it's a nice looking asset. Would you agree?
Yeah, I totally agree. Even though they are vanilla.
Yeah.
And I found even these 2 buildings that we are plopping now down here, they're really fine looking, and I was like, hey, I like these, and I'm going to use them. They look like places where the workers can sleep. I don't know if they have a different usage in the game, to be honest, but for me it was like, people, hey, you sleep here tonight. Yeah. I have to give them some barracks or something, and that was really cool. And I found most of the vanilla buildings are really quite okay, especially if you play a little bit with the lighting or whatever, but with the colors, but all good. And of course, thankfully, and I was so happy when I saw you have these rocks from Grey Flame.
Yeah, man. I mean, these rocks are really, really awesome. Grey Flame did such a great job on them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I love them so much. So I'm pretty sure that these are actually, I think you might be using the custom ones that were created for the Springwood map theme. So I'm like, they turned out so well. And yeah, I mean, so many of the vanilla assets they're pretty decent. Like obviously some are just, I mean, I don't go near. I'm trying to think of some of the ones that I just like would never ever touch, but there's a bunch that we can just pretend that never happened. But I think like pretty much all the assets from the Industries DLC, I think they're pretty decent, and they're pretty much the ones that I use the most of.
Yeah, definitely. I totally agree with you, which made me really happy, because I was like, hey, okay, to be vanilla, oh no. And then I was like, hey, I think we can do this. And actually, I did it, and it went out pretty well. And the rocks that I just used, I was so looking for the procedural object mode, man, to shrink them, to make them smaller, and to make them different shapes or whatever. But then I realized I'm in Marble Mountain and it's not gonna happen.
That's right. I don't think I'm ever gonna touch that mod. It's amazing. Like I see what you do with it in Little France and Nandorf, but there's no way. Like I'm just not ready. I don't think I'll ever be ready. I think I'm too much of a vanilla guy these days. I think that's who I am. I've crossed the line, and I'm never going back. I don't think I'm ever going back.
By the way, I was just drawing the power line here. You can play a bit with it. I just needed some power, because otherwise everything I plop down there is not going to work.
Yes.
I will make it look a little bit better here in the quarry area, but hey, what's behind the beyond the quarry, you should actually change it, because maybe it's not that pretty, but it's okay.
Mate, I've got a lot of confessions to make about the Little France build. There's a lot of stuff that you're gonna have to do a little bit of tweaking. Look, we'll talk a bit about that when we record the Little France commentary. But there's a lot of stuff you need to fix up for me. But regardless, man, this is looking really cool. There's actually a whole bunch of little things that you did that they're clever, like they're very sneaky and a little bit fun, like I'm looking forward to recording some cinematics and doing a bit of a fly through when I actually load up the game and start recording some episodes. But there's some really fun little things you do, like there's some overhanging rocks, like that mine as well. You actually build another mine that digs into the ground, which just looks really cool. There's like just a whole bunch of really cool assets and buildings that I think you do some pretty fun little things with. So yeah, man, this is like totally in the style of Marble Mountain, just like fun little details. Yeah,
and I wanted to go a bit more into like say with the rocks, to plop down the rocks, but then I said maybe not, maybe it would be too much, and they will actually overlay with the roads, and will make some stuff look a bit meh, and I didn't want to do that, so I stopped at a point I will stop, but I will add a few more a bit later on the edge of the quarry, because it will look really good. I mean, it will look good from a closer perspective from the quarry area here. If you lower down the camera, you'll see like, hey, it's everywhere is like rocks, and it will be an extra thing for this area and build. And I liked the fact that I could have added this to paint down the gravel.
Yes.
Which is really cool, because I was looking for something like this, like a very thin, is it thin? Sand?
Yeah.
Looking like, something like that.
Yeah, I think the effect's pretty, like, it's, I think when you do builds like this, it can be really challenging because you have a lot of the same like colors, I guess, with the ground, and it can look a bit unrealistic because and you want to add more detail, but then at the same time you don't want to add like too much, because there's not really like a lot going on with these sort of places. Because I remember the last time I built a quarry in I can't remember, the Broken Hill, that was in my series. I found it really hard because I didn't know what to do with the ground. I really wanted to like change all the textures and make a whole bunch of different things going on, but the more detail I added, the less realistic it looked. But yeah, now that I saw that you created that ground texture with the gravel, I didn't realize that before. I actually just, it's one of those like little details that you don't realize until you see someone actually do it. But yeah, it looks good, man. It looks really cool.
Everything went out pretty fine with all these kind of things. And I had a drive of doing these like in one night, and I was very, very happy because that meant I had some inspiration and some really good mood for this, which, to be honest, I don't remember last time this happened to me. I really don't remember.
Yeah, I'm gonna, like, watching you build this right now, I actually feel a little bit bad giving you such a big job. Like, the thing that I do in Little France is tiny, and it is not as challenging as building an entire mine. So I do really appreciate it, dude. You've done an amazing job. And all those people who've been hanging out for me building a mine, like, this is it. Like, this is the one. There's no way I'm gonna build another mine. Like, maybe like something smaller or something like not in the same realm of this, but this is like a massive build you're doing right now. And something else that I'm really impressed with is there's not a lot of cuts. Like, you're doing pretty much a lot of this in one take, which you are not going to see that in Little France.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of like chopping of the footage because I think I'd be recording for like a minute and then I'd be like, okay, restart, and then I'd build for another minute and then I'd have to restart. So nice one, man.
I told you, man. I had a drive for it. This was the perfect moment when I could have done this ever. So I had a full drive, like, again, one night. It took me one night, like few hours, like 4 hours, around 4 hours to do this. And I was like unstoppable at that moment. Nothing could have stopped me at that particular time and moment. It was really good, and I'm totally happy, and because I did this, and you had a really good idea for me to make this, to suggest it. So yeah, no regrets, that, no regrets for doing this. Plus it went out pretty well. Again, taking into consideration, I didn't have too many options when I had to add buildings or other stuff, and still, even though it's like vanilla, went out pretty well. Even the texture for the mountains you see on those very steep slopes, those are really good. If you go very close to them, they look like it's a sort of let's say rock from where they digged these roads and whatever. So it was like pretty damn, everything was matching. Let's be honest, it's like you choose this map theme to do this. That's how it looked like. Yeah.
Well, that's
cool.
That's good to know. Yeah, I mean, it's a bit of a challenge sometimes in Marble Mountain because you're like sometimes just things just don't work out. Like the last build that I just did, there was it sank in mind and I gave it a crack and it didn't really happen. So and people will see that in the next episode. But well, actually no, they won't. They would have seen it already, depending when we release these videos. I don't know. We'll have to talk about when we release these videos, I guess. But yeah, everything is sort of working out. It looks like all the colors are matching up. Like I think that all the assets as well for the ore industry, I think these are pretty decent. There are, like definitely. I said before, a whole bunch of vanilla assets that you just be like, you know what, we're not going to go there. We're not going to try and build one of those. But I think like in all mines, like the stuff they've got in this pack is pretty decent.
Yeah, very true. And to be honest, it's the first time when I was happy seeing those very big trucks carrying the materials, let's call them, the yellow ones. I don't know if they have these. It was in the image right now. I don't know how they are actually called.
They're dump trucks.
Yeah, those ones. Oh my god, those are beautiful, so beautiful. And it was the first time when I was happy seeing them around here. That's why I needed water, electricity, everything to make all the buildings work.
Yes.
So to see those trucks and everything. And I like these vanilla rocks too, these little ones. Oh boy. Now I'm hearing myself saying I like this vanilla stuff so much and so many times.
Join me, Skibbeth. Join me in the dark side. Yeah, I mean, once you start going vanilla, actually no, I take that back. I mean, we'll see what happens. Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Don't go that far. Don't go that far.
I'm actually because a couple of episodes ago, I attempted to make a profit in this game, and I made no progress. I tried for hours and didn't get anywhere. And I boiled it down to my industry. I felt like I needed to tweak and improve my industry. So I'm wondering whether we're going to start seeing a bit of money being made from what you've just placed down, or maybe this will just totally tank and you'll just make me lose a bit more money. But you know, that's fine.
I don't think you'll make money. I'm
Okay,
sorry for and that's because, wait a second, don't go ragey, but that's because I got a message at a point saying that there are not enough buyers or something. So I don't know who is going to buy these materials, but they should be very expensive. This skib industry ore mine, whatever it's called.
Man, why? I don't get this game. Like I try so hard to make a profit. I mean, look, it's not really like, it's not up there with the, you know, I'd rather create a detailed looking city than trying to make money. But for all those people trying to actually make a profit in this game and try and play by the rules, I don't know how the hell people are doing it. So I might give it a crack. I might try and see if we can turn a profit in this. But what you've just said, Skib, you said, what'd you call this place? Skib Industries or Skib something or other?
Yeah,
I reckon.
Let's go for that. Skib Industries. I don't know.
Well, I'll tell you what, people in the comment section, like, if you want to give this industry a bit of a name, then go for it. And all those people who are involved in the wiki, and if anyone has any ideas for what sort of industry this is, then yeah, hit me up in the comment section, because yeah, I think that is definitely something we should be doing.
And with those being said, the cinematics will catch us right now. So I think it's time to say goodbye, which is sad, but yeah, thank you so much for having me here again, $2. And with this beautiful and amazing build, I'm happy, but it was really great. So guys, thank you for watching. See you next time, I guess, or sometimes.
Yeah, next time. We'll do it next time. Thanks for watching, guys.
Bye bye.